Cam Whitmore had an excellent summer league. For me specifically, it wasn't necessarily anything new that he did, anything exciting, something you could watch on tape and be like, oh, like I didn't see him do that before. I didn't see him do that at Villanova. I think it was just how his game translated. The things that were his bread and butter in grassroots and for his one season in college, it translated quickly to the pro level as well. I guess my one gripe with his performance is I felt like he might have been a little too reliant on his like three ball, whether it be off the catch going into one dribble or in a longer like ISO situation. I really feel like his bread and butter is getting to the cup and using his combination of his physicality and his ball handling to create advantages, and that's when he's at his best. And those are the skills that really popped and translated. Ultimately, what got him an MVP like in this league. Like if he really hones in on the skills that got him to the league early on, going into training camp and the first handful of games into the season, the first handful of opportunities he gets, he can then use that to his advantage, and kind of make his leash longer and take advantage of more opportunity that has come his way just by dominating what got him there in the first place.
I totally echo that point when it comes to Cam Whitmore. I just looked up his 3-point attempts per game summer league. It was at 8.2 for the 6 games that he played, including the championship game. Just as a reference point, a guy, Sam Merrill for the Cavaliers, who they played against in the championship game that we're going to discuss in more detail here in a little bit, he attempted 10 threes per game. He attempted 10 for the championship game and then 11 for the summer league in total. So he was far above the average. I mean, your average, you'll see somewhere between 3, 4, 5 threes a game. Cam was definitely above average, and he only shot 28% on those 8 3-point attempts per game. So I'm with you. I think he sapped a little bit of offensive punch from the Rockets overall. Obviously, it didn't have that too big of an impact because they made it the championship game, almost won the championship. But when it comes to his game, I mean, he definitely needs to get downhill more. Being reliant on a three-pointer, he did have the green light being in summer league after Ahmed went down and Jabari Smith, Tari Eason were shut down, as you mentioned before. So I think he just kind of let it fly. He had the freedom to do almost anything he wanted. He was clearly the number one option for them once we got down to the stretch of the last 3 or 4 games. So for him, he definitely needs to kind of hone that in, rein that in a little bit.